It has taken a while to get here, but here we are on the final episode of our Vermin 2047 Survival Kit Deep Dive Actual Play. Studio Agate have knocked it out of the park with this particular product, and it has been an absolute joy. GM Neil from Paladin Roleplaying has been taking us through our paces as we go delving into the West Country and deal with those weird ones. So where are we at? Well, the Aeolians village is about to be, or is in the process of being assaulted by raiders. If you're excited, then please hit like and subscribe. Come and talk to us in the Discord. The link will be down below. And yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun. We've enjoyed Wasteland Wednesdays. It has been phenomenal. And yeah, stay tuned for what we do next. But for now, we shall soldier forth. So, with Devious Dungeons, Foreboding Forest, and the Coolest Cats, my name is Phil, and welcome back to the Dark Orb. Hello, friends. How are we?
Hello.
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 Feels like it's been a solid week since we last did this.
It's been exactly a week since last Wednesday.
And apologies to everyone if you were excited to see this episode last week. But yeah, due to technical things, we didn't. So yeah, we're about to get attacked by raiders. And I guess first thing we need to do is get the game over to you, Neil. So
Yes,
I'm
please.
going to drop the game down on Johnny because he's right there. So here we go. Going to pull it in from all the corners. Yes.
Well, it's
yes.
heavy.
Where are you sending it? Oh, he's muted. So and he can't unmute because his hands are full. oh. Oh.
Right. I think this time it's got to go over. It's got to go over to Chris, isn't it?
I think so.
Wouldn't it be great if my hands just went through?
Yeah.
You-
It'd be a bit weird.
Take it and then. There we go.
There we
I
go.
don't know what to do with it.
oh,
Oh, we made it. We're all idiots.
do you reckon everyone just skips through this part? They're like,
Yeah, they're doing it again.
yeah.
God.
Don't know why. I'm
Making that
watching
Wednesday joke again. Every week.
it. They tune in specifically to skip past this bit.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. So, Vermin grand finale. Quite excited to see what's going to happen here. So you find yourselves in the Aeolians village once again, in deepest, darkest Devon somewhere, having returned somewhat speedily from the Silent Ones in the forest, where Skull, their leader, had received some kind of vision that there was, he didn't know what, a swarm or a horde or something coming to attack the Aeolians. So you jumped in the van, you sped straight back, and you found at the time the village to be quiet and not being attacked, certainly. But something was going on. There was a bit of suspicion. Someone had broken into the communications room, and a little bit of investigation revealed that it was Al, the mechanic, who had screwed up royally, basically, through a combination of kind of greed and stupidity. And inadvertently, thinking he was talking to someone else, revealed a load of details to the raiders about the location of the village and the defenses and all sorts. Which was, as it happens, pretty much the cue for the raiders to appear on the horizon. And there's plenty of them. And they've come equipped. Some on quad bikes. They've got these massive converted farm buildings that they're using, or have used, basically as battering rams. They've just ploughed into the side of the village, knocking the barricades over or to the side, or just going straight through. Some buildings have collapsed, some walls have collapsed. The raiders themselves are jumping off the vehicles, spreading very quickly and in quite an organized way. Actually, you can sort of tell that they've made plans in advance about who's going to do what. Some of them are hanging back with rifles, obviously taking a bit of like a sniper position. They're all pretty well armed. Some have crossbows. They all have machetes. Some have pistols. And the defenders, such as they are, one of the things you know about the Odians is there's not many fighters. The fighters are basically Park and Lyre, who are both firearms experts, and Merc is very good with a bow. The rest are sort of basically civilians, like they'll have a go, and they have been equipped. So some of them have handguns, some of them have like combat knives or just other, selection of different weapons. But they are going to be hard pressed against this quite big, quite organized looking attacking force. And to make things much worse, one of the first of the Aeolians to be injured and in fact surely killed was Park himself, who fell from his vantage point as one of the battering ram vehicles smashed into it and totally collapsed, and he fell and was buried under a massive pile of rubble. So having seen it, there's basically no way he could have survived. It was a long fall and then loads of rubble. So already Park is out of the picture. I'll just quickly remind you that two of you, but I can't remember which two, are injured. I think it was Ira. Yeah, I can't remember. Was it? Okay, Ira and 12 injured. So don't forget that gives you a 1 dice penalty on everything.
Woo. And I've got basically very little strain left. So
right, okay. So this
we're
could
doing
be
really well.
Yeah. Well, you're alive.
Yeah, I'm not doing great.
How's the party pool? I think that's pretty full, isn't it?
Can't remember.
I've not been tracking the party pool.
I didn't write it down.
Pontypool.
The Pontypool. Yeah.
The party pool is completely full.
I tell you what, let's say it is, because the party pool refreshes when you do something together as a group. And
We
so
are
let's say you're
watching the Aeolians village get destroyed as a group.
yeah, okay, that'll work. So that is the scene. It is chaos. The raiders are swarming into the village. The villagers are doing their best. Some are sort of perched up. Those with ranged weapons are sort of perched up, or from windows or on rooftops, or even just on little bits of wall or anywhere they can get a bit of elevation. Some of the others are kind of running out to with hand weapons to try and meet the raiders, kind of face on. You set up your position just slightly to the side of where the main sort of attack was, but you're pretty close. And so you're certainly, within distance that if you wanted to kind of steam in and, pick someone to engage with, you could, or equally, if you wanted to kind of stay back or find some elevation, that would also work, or indeed something else. But let's go straight into combat initiative. So could I get, please, for initiative, a reflexes plus vigilant for everyone? Your target number is 7.
I don't have my dice ready there. Bear with me. Everything but my dice.
I could only get a 6.
Oh, really? So you got none? No successes?
No successes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
-1 dice for the injury.
Yep.
I meant I only rolled 2, and even with the reroll. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just not very good.
I've got a 9.
Okay. So you got
And
1
10.
success. Oh, 2 successes. Okay.
Yeah. And so what was the difficulty?
7.
Yeah, 9 to 10.
Okay. And Johnny?
I got a 1 and a 5.
You got none as well. Oh no, that's not good.
I've only got 1 spare dice in each of my pools, so I'm not.
Ooh,
I think it's another die.
you've only got 1 in each.
If I go down, yeah.
Ooh.
I'm injured. I've got 1 die left in each pool, and I'm at
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down to 6 bullets in my rifle as well.
This is going to be a very long game.
We might as well just stop now, shall we?
Yeah, screw it.
All right. So the running order then is
We all
So
run.
the raiders are arbitrarily broken up
Not all
into
of us run.
into
True.
two kinds:
You've got the
regular raiders and lieutenants. So the running order is mono, raiders, lieutenants, and then Iron 12, however you like. And obviously the villagers sort of in amongst that. So mono at the top. So you can see immediately there's 2 or 3 raiders coming sort of vaguely in your direction. There's some other villages around as well. And then slightly further back, there's some raiders who are deliberately holding back. One of them, for instance, that you can see quite clearly has jumped up on top of the now stationary quad bike and is raising up a rifle. So they obviously plan to stay back a bit and try and pick people off if they can. What do you want to do?
So these several of them on like vehicles and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, although it looks like the plan is that the bigger vehicles have been used as ramming.
No, they're done.
So they
They've been
basically
abandoned now.
ram and then abandon. There's some on quad bikes, and the plan for them seems to be to get further into the village on the quad bikes. So you can also see one of them sort of not quite as close, but heading into the village.
Okay, fine. So looking around, I'm curious to see if there's like any. Like they've rammed into the village, and I'm wondering if there's like some wire from like the fencing and everything there. What I'd kind of like to do is to, using my abilities, build a foundation where I can get basically a bonus to sabotaging. And I'm being a little bit playful with that idea and wondering if this might also extend to like booby traps and things like that. To some extent, what I want to do is effectively sabotage the quad bikes by running a cable, kind of speeder bike style.
Nice.
But I want to get it hitting the bikes, not the people, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
So it kind of tangles up. So I'm thinking of maybe grabbing some cable, some wire, rigging it between a heavy machinery and a couple of pieces of heavy machinery where there's an obvious route in that they might take.
Yeah.
But I'd probably also, once I'm kind of jumping down to start that action, I might kind of call back to 12 and just say, hey, 12, you're good with driving. Why don't you grab one of those heavy machinery things, like a tractor or something, and see if we can mow down some of these gits.
Sounds good to me, yes.
So for mono, I think that's going to be, I'm going to go for reflexes as the trait, as you're trying to kind of do this really quickly as it's happening.
Yeah,
and the skill is going to be jury rig. So not bad for you, actually.
And then I get +1D if you'll let me do that for making, repairing, and
sabotaging. That sounds totally,
Okay, so that's 5 dice. All right, no, 4 dice. 5 dice plus a reroll.
4 dice.
But I get a +1D to making, repairing.
Oh, sorry, with the bonus. Yeah, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. And if I roll successfully, I get +1D in each of my pools.
Oh, do you? Is that the skill? Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
What was the difficulty?
Yes. Yes, difficulty 12.
12? 12 is quite difficult, I agree.
I think...
Should I tell you what I rolled?
No. I think it's going to be difficulty 7, which is like standard. But I think given that you're trying to do it really quickly, I think just a handicap of 1. So you need 2 7s.
So what if I got a 10 and 2 7s?
Nice. That will do it easily. And I think, do you want to, as the 10's a crit and you got extra successes, is there a way that you want to kind of spend that success? Can you think of something like extra that you could?
Yeah. If you'll allow it, I'm going to run 2 wires. I'll grab 2 different things and run one lower and one higher. But ideally, the one that's higher is barbed. Or razor
Ooh,
wire or something like that.
nasty. Okay, fine. I will allow it. That sounds great.
Awesome.
Cool.
And now I need to find my eraser because I get to recover 1D for each of my
Yeah, that's really
tools,
nice.
which is
Really.
very helpful.
Yeah.
So,
super helpful.
reminder to everyone else: don't forget to read your abilities because I've only just remembered,
Yeah,
and we're 9 games
first
in.
time you've used it. Well, do you know what? Then, so Raiders come next in the initiative. So I think what happens is you react lightning fast. You can see exactly what's going to happen. You see a quad bike coming. You can tell what road it's going to take. Quickly look around. You see the stuff you need. You rig up the trap. And I think particularly with that good roll you got and with the 10, I think I'm not even going to roll for the Raider. I think I'm just going to say he comes because he's, he wants to be as fast as possible. He's like maximum speed. He's a little bit hyped up. He's like, and he just doesn't spot it. And you just rig it up. You just duck slightly to the side so you can't be seen. And bike and him just go straight into these wires. He gets almost kind of garroted by the barbed wire, and the bike just kind of jerks and kind of like throws him off. But as he sort of flies through the air, you can see he's maybe not dead, but he's not it's not great. And he lands with a bit of a kind of a splat, and the bike is still running, but kind of a bit like caught up now in the wire, a little bit kind of on its side.
I'll do.
Another couple of raiders run in towards. So I guess Mono's now kind of sort of moved off a little bit to the side to do that. So 12 and Ira would be much more visible. So another couple of raiders are legging it in your direction. They have got machetes. And I'm going to... One of them gets to you. I'm going to roll to randomly see which one of you it gets to. It gets to 12. He gets to 12. And yeah, he just comes basically plowing in. He's got his machete in his hand and just runs straight towards you and takes this big swing with his machete. I imagine you want to block or parry or dodge or something.
Please.
Sounds sensible.
I think close combat's block, isn't it? Whereas
yes,
dodging,
if you're using your, I'm assuming you've got sledgehammer in hand.
Yeah. We knew this attack was coming, so I think we'd be prepared.
Yeah. So it's
weapons.
Actually, it's a parry. So a parry is vigor plus close combat, but a dodge is actually reflexes plus brawl.
I think
So
I'm a lot
depends
better with the
which
parry.
Yeah?
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it gives me a lot more dice.
Fine.
So
Okay.
so is vigor, and close combat.
Yes. So let me see how many dice does he get. Okay. So you got to equal whatever I rolled, which I'm not going to tell you.
Just see if I've got any other. Yeah. Okay.
And don't forget, you get -1 dice for being injured.
Bugger.
Sorry.
Which one do I get rid of? Yeah. We'll take away one of the. I got two 10s, a 9, a 1, and a 4. So if we take away one of the 10s.
Okay.
So
you got a 10 and
make it
10
fair.
and a 9.
10 and a 9.
Should have taken the 4 away.
or the one. But yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, tell you what, because I've got a re-roll. If I re-roll one of the one, it came out as a one again. Get rid of that dice. Guess where I got that one from?
Dice jail. Oh, that'd be one of those inferior brands.
Yes.
Paladin role-playing. Buy dice that kill your players. 15% off.
So 2 successes. Bearing in mind you have got full party pool, but you might all be needing it in the coming rounds. Do you want to spend any dice?
I don't think I can do it from the pools, either of my pools. So it's whether we do it from the party pool, really. Is 2 enough? Do you think, guys? Do I just have to equal, or do I have to beat?
You've got to equal. If you equal it, if you equal however many I got, it's no damage.
Yeah.
You're already quite injured, aren't you?
What were we trying to roll? Sorry, I was
Seven.
A 7.
Oh, 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just risk it, lads? And
How big's our party pool?
Well, 6. I'd roll one more.
one more?
Yeah.
Can I just can I reinstate the 10 then? Is that too cheeky?
Roll the die that gave you a 10.
You roll.
Oh, it's a 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't the agreement, Johnny.
Sorry.
So, I'm afraid that wasn't enough.
Oh,
I got 3.
I can almost tell. Oh, you got 3.
Yeah, so you actually only need one more, but so you sort of quickly, instinctively kind of raise the sledgehammer up to try and parry, but he's got momentum on his side. He's kind of running really fast, and he swings down with a really, he's quite big, strong kind of blow. Swings down with a lot of force, and you catch it with the sledgehammer, but it just slides and still cuts into you. And remember, the successes influence the damage done, though, so this might not be too bad. So you're going to take 4 damage minus whatever your armor is against T damage. Just tearing, I think.
Do we have different?
Most of you don't, actually. No. I think, Mono does. Mono has 2 different ratings. But yeah, 12 is just 2.
Yeah.
So actually, that's perfect. So you would take 1 damage, but that's below your wound threshold. So you actually don't take a wound.
Wow.
That's the really weird thing about this game. You can take damage, but not actually be wounded, which means it doesn't have a mechanical effect if it's below that threshold, which is kind of odd. But yeah, so literally 1 more, and it would have turned into a wound. So yeah, that was
Turned into a wound.
just.
And sorry, just as well, just for I've already got 1 wound. If I got another wound, would that be another dice down, or is that just still?
No, you take the biggest penalty of the kind of wounds you've got. So if you take a serious wound at any point, your penalty immediately goes up to -2 dice.
Right.
But they don't stack.
Yeah.
Thankfully. You wouldn't be able to do anything at all.
I was about to say, as soon as I got a serious wound, I guess I'd have to have 4 minor wounds, and I'd be -4 dice anyway, and I'd be like,
Yeah,
it wouldn't work. Yeah, no, it's a silly question. Sorry.
No, it's all right. No, it's not a silly question. Okay, so slightly further back, the raiders who have held back with their rifles you can see them just kind of looking, trying to pick a target and just kind of taking shots. Not quite rapidly. They're not spending massive time aiming, but they're just kind of looking wherever they can before the sort of battle closes in too much to try and pick isolated targets. One such currently somewhat isolated target is Ira. So you just about see as 12 kind of goes in with his with her sledgehammer. You see this guy. He's some distance away, but you can see him kind of look directly at you and raise his rifle up and take a shot. Because you can see him doing it, you can attempt a dodge. It's not quite the right word for it, but you can attempt to.
Well, a dodge was reflexes plus brawl, right?
It for melee it is, but for ranged it's reflexes plus vigilance.
Plus vigilance. Okay. Oh, that gives me 2 dice and a reroll. Okay. I
Only
will
have
try and
drive.
dodge it.
Driving's probably not as good.
And this is going to be difficulty 7 as well.
Okay. Got a reroll. Okay.
You're sounding confident there.
I got 2 successes. I got an 8 and a 10.
And that's remembering your 1 dice penalty.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Oh wait. No.
No.
Fuck. Got a 10. Yeah. Oh, no, it was because I don't think the extra. I would have had 3. Yes, it is an 8 and 10.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm good. Yeah.
Are you going to
10.
stick with the 2, or are you going to?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm less worried about being shot.
Do you know what? I got 3 again, but I think your armor's going to save you. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't know. So that's 6 damage. But you've.
Oh, okay. So now we'll take 2. Let me get a
okay. So that's another minor wound.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you do your best to kind of maneuver out the way, but obviously in the chair it's really difficult. And you.
Oh, that should have been a handicap. That's what I saw.
Oh, it should have been, shouldn't it?
dice.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So definitely then.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do your best, and you think you managed to kind of get to the side, but yeah, you got a bullet in the shoulder. But you are up next.
Can I see anybody that looks like they're in charge now? See, as I got the guy that was acting crazy.
Yeah. So this is not going to be your action, but let's get a roll to see if you can spot someone. It's going to be perception.
Yep.
Plus. Don't know. Give me a suggestion.
Well, I guess vigilance, looking for stuff, but I guess also maybe civilization to kind of tell who the leader is.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go for
psychology, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Let's go for civilization. I think that's sort of
okay. So that still gives me 2 dice and a reroll.
Yeah, not too bad. And this is going to be no handicap. No, actually, I'll make it easier with a handicap. So difficulty 7. But there's lots going on. It's all really chaotic. So that's going to make it harder. So I think just handicap 1. They need 2 7s.
Sounds so easy.
It sounds easy.
Yeah, I'm going to use a point from my nerve pool just to give me an extra dice.
Okay.
A 7, 8, and 10. 3.
Hey, great. So yeah, you see a sort of youngish, sort of young to middle-aged woman. You notice that you spot her because she's dressed slightly differently. Her clothes look kind of a bit better. She's got this kind of heavy leather. You're not sure actually if it's supposed to be armor or whether it's just like some kind of like jerkin type thing. But so she kind of catches your eye, and then you notice she's kind of shouting out to the others and sort of gesturing, and she's staying a little way back. She's got a handgun, but it's holstered down by her side, and she's got like a machete kind of over her back. But she actually doesn't have any weapons drawn. She's definitely taking some kind of organizational sort of role.
Well, I'm definitely going to take a shot at her then.
Thought you might.
Yeah. I'm going for whoever looks like they're in charge.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
So
this is going to be medium range, which will be a 7.
Okay.
And Yeah, no handicap, I don't think. Just remember your -1 dice for your injury.
So it's perception plus firearms. That's right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Was perception, yeah. Well, I just can't remember the trait.
I think so.
So it would be 4 dice, gives me 3. I'll just roll that. Oh dear. Got reroll. I've got 1-8.
1-8. Okay.
1-8.
Well, I'm gonna first quickly roll for. I'm gonna roll a perception for her to see if she spots you aiming at her. She does not. She's too busy giving out orders, so she doesn't have any chance to try and avoid the shot. So even with 1-8, actually, that does it.
Straight.
What damage does it do?
The damage is the rifle. It's got damage of 4.
4. Okay, so +1 for your success is 5.
5.
So let's have a look at.
I'm down to 5 bullets.
5 damage is pretty good, though.
I'm going to have to keep 1 pistol bullet just for myself.
No.
Oh, dark.
Oh dear.
How many people are there? Do we ever ask? Is there like 10 people, 30 people, 100?
It's very, very. I mean, yeah, no, definitely not 100. Very hard to tell. There's probably. I mean, there's absolute minimum like 15, probably 20 odd.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
But
I'm
there's
always
plenty of
scarce,
villages as well.
So, yeah. Okay.
And so last up is 12.
Ooh. As I've acted in self-defense, does that mean I have a dice less?
I'm afraid it means 2 dice less. But even so, your close combat is quite good, isn't it?
Does it? It is, yeah.
I don't know if it's good enough to handle a 3 dice penalty. Could be.
So it was figure and close combat, wasn't
Figure
it?
plus close combat. Yes, you got 5 dice.
Yeah.
Standard.
And
so
a reroll.
Takes you down to 2, but 2 in a reroll.
So 2 in a reroll's worth a shot, I think.
I reckon it's worth.
What else am I going to do? Yeah. I mean, this guy's in my face.
Technical question for the -2. Because I dodged, should I have had a -2? Or does it reset at the start of your turn?
It resets at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Yep.
So you wouldn't get -2 because you reacted?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as I didn't cheat on my turn. Yeah.
I've got a quick question because I've got the that ability Predator Guardian Wolf, which gives me a 1d attack if another party member is threatened.
Mm.
Would I be allowed to use that as well?
I don't see why not, because Ira's being shot at, and this raider, if he gets through you, will go straight to Ira.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Was there 2 coming at us?
Yes, there are. You're right. Yeah. So one's just slightly behind.
Right. Okay. So I've got 5 dice +1 -3. So I've got 6 -3. Is that so? I'm rolling 3.
Yep.
Okay.
And you're looking for. Well, actually, no. You get to choose, don't you? With your, so you can choose your target number.
I've rolled, and I don't want to roll again. Be rolling 3. What did we do last time? Did we say 7? Did we sort of go middle of the road as a
default setting?
I think you did 7 in the past.
I think sort of the idea is like if you're rolling, you can either set it low to get as many successes as possible to try and do loads of damage, but then bear in mind that what they have to roll to defend will be low as well. So if you think they're like not that great, you could do that. Or you could do the opposite. You could set it, if you've got loads of dice, you could set it high, thinking that you're bound to hit even a high number.
1 or 2.
And then they won't hit it. So it's kind of it's a bit of a gamble.
Yeah. I don't want to re-roll what I've rolled. Can we just say 7? Just go down the middle of the road?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm going to be dead soon anyway. Give me one last hoorah. Yeah, so I've got a 9, 8, and an 8.
Oh, nice. Okay. And
It's
are you
not a
going to
bad
stick?
roll, that one.
Are you sticking with the 3, or do you want to try and boost it?
I really can't sort of do anything from the nerve or strain. Otherwise, I'm going to be incurring more dice penalties. I think. I think 3 out of 3's decent. Yeah. Let's give it a try. Yeah.
Okay. I'm afraid I got 4. I rolled very, very high. 10, 2 9s, and an 8. So
it's those Paladin dice that you're using, isn't it?
yeah, they're actually they're specially designed to always work in the GM's favor.
Yeah.
High for me and low for you. So yeah, I'm afraid. So you carry on kind of tussling, but you're trying to get your sledgehammer back for a proper swing, but he's just kind of keeping up the attack, and you're also slightly distracted by his buddy kind of coming up behind, and you sort of got a bit of an eye on him, and so you give us sort of a bit of a half-assed kind of swing with the sledgehammer, but he just kind of dodges out the way. Okay, back up to the top.
Lyra.
Mono.
Seeing this happen, never wanting to leave anyone behind as such, I draw my handgun and try and take a shot at that very person.
Okay. Fine.
So that will be...
So that's going to be... So you're actually really close. That's going to be close range, which drops the target number down to a 5.
Cool. Is that perception and firearms, did we say?
It is, yes.
I can't remember if we actually chose a party.
You
skill.
did, but you chose it earlier today when you thought you were going to be...
It's like cuddling people.
Moseying around the forest. Yes, cuddling. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's 3 dice. Yeah. I got a 9 and 2 2s.
Okay, 1 9. You're sort of coming out from you'll be coming out from where you've just rigged this trap, won't you?
Yeah.
So
Kind of, I imagine that I'm sort of behind or almost under like a digger or something. So
yeah, right, okay. Yeah. So I think I'm not even going to give them a roll because I don't think they know you're there. There's no reason why they would. Okay. So in that case, 1 is enough. And what's the damage?
17 damage for my handgun.
That's a very good handgun.
Yeah, I know. So it's a handgun plus 3.
3. Okay, so plus 1 for the success is 4. And this is a standard reader. Okay, nice. It's a good shot.
Got lots and lots and lots of ammo, which is great.
Oh, good. Okay.
Got 16 ammo left.
It's also sort of obviously considerably distracted him because he's just been shot in the leg.
Can I shoot his other leg?
Maybe next round. And actually, it's the raiders' go. So, yeah, he wouldn't. He's in the middle of fighting the 12. He wouldn't. Even though he's just been shot, he wouldn't break that off to run towards 12. I think to run towards Mono because he's in the middle of this fight.
He's got fewer dice now.
Kind of. Well, he has, yeah. So he's going to kind of grit his teeth and take another swing and continue to try and fight 12. So, okay. You're going to parry again?
Yeah. So it's bigger
close combat.
Close combat. Am I just -1 now?
Just -1 for the wound. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got 5 -1 and a reroll.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Ding. Oh. or not, maybe. Do I say now, or actually I can re-roll, can't I?
Yeah, you usually
Re-roll that one. Do I have a number to hit?
7s.
The re-roll was unsuccessful, but I got an 8, a 9, and a 10.
Okay. You sticking
I
with
feel like
3?
that's my best. Yeah, I think 3's. Yeah.
3's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be pleased to hear that
Phew.
is good enough. I only got 2. So, yeah, so you're fine.
How many successes did you get on that? Sorry, so just one.
Me.
3.
3. It was a 7, wasn't it, that we were trying to hit?
Yeah.
I had an 8, a 9, and a 10.
I was just sorry to be someone reading the book.
No,
But
go ahead.
depending on how many successes you got, Neil, there is a counter-attack option.
I was bearing that in mind, actually. You need 2 above.
2 above, yeah, exactly. I just hadn't noticed that before. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
there
good
you
to
go.
know.
If you get
Check out this book. It's
2
awesome.
more, yeah, it's got some rules in.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make it a roll here. Okay, so the guys with their standing back with their rifles, they're, like I say, they're just kind of scanning, picking a target whenever they see one, and so actually Ira gets away this round with they're elsewhere, so you don't get a shot coming in. The other raider, however, behind the one fighting 12, I think for him the more immediate danger is actually, Ira's got a gun but is kind of shooting into the distance, whereas some nut around the corner has just shot his friend. So he's gonna peel off and head towards Mono. But I think he probably can't make it this round. So Mono, you've basically got this guy just kind of bearing down on you any minute. So that brings us actually to Ira's turn.
Nice. Well, with the quiet from the gunshots coming towards me, I think I hear the gunshot behind me. And that's when I turn to look and see what's actually going on behind me. And I put my rifle down for a moment and grab my pistol out of my holster and aim it towards 12's attacker.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just going to take a close range shot at whoever's attacking 12.
Perfect. Okay. So close range brings your target number down to 5, which for Ira should be an absolute piece of cake.
Hopefully. So perception 2, firearms 2 -1.
Yep.
But I will add 2 from my nerve.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure I hit this time.
And you get a reroll as well.
And I've got a reroll. So 5, 5, 10, and then 2 2s. So I'll do a reroll. Only a 4. So I've got 3 successes.
Okay. You sticking with that?
I'm going to stick with that.
Okay.
That's half decent.
And I'm not going to give him a roll to defend because he's in the middle of a fight to the death. So he's definitely not going to be dodging bullets, is he? So that's 3 successes plus the base damage is
3.
3.
So that'd be 6.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They have got some armor, but it's not amazing armor. Whoa, that's nasty.
You guys are saving my hide here.
We know you're not very good in a fight, so
thank God for you guys.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Where is it you shoot him, Chris?
I do the head, but I guess if I don't do enough damage, maybe the chest.
You're not gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Just the biggest body part, yeah.
That works.
Make sure I hit.
Yeah, so he actually, the force of the shocks is such close range, actually kind of knocks him back a bit. You see just kind of spurt of blood coming out. 12. You've been given a bit of a reprieve, but you've still got this guy is hanging on. He doesn't look good now. His blood pouring down him, but he's
He's
fighting
still engaged with me. Is he's carrying on? Is he? Ira's right next to me, isn't he? Pretty much. And I imagine, having just been shot by Ira, if I suddenly start chasing after this one that's going after Mono, he'll just suddenly go after Ira, perhaps. So I think I've got to try and finish him off.
Okay.
So again, it's the close combat. So 5 dice.
But -1 and -2 because you've defended.
-1 and -2. What was my last question? Yes, because Ira's now sort of not perhaps in immediate danger, would I get my one die bonus?
I think, probably not, actually.
Yeah,
probably not.
That's fair.
Yeah. By the way, I've just remembered, because I've seen it on my other screen, don't forget your other party pool. That means any player can spend a dice from their strain pool to grant an additional success to whoever's rolling. I know your pools are running a bit low, but that might be useful.
Yeah. I'd totally do that for anybody else, but I just can't. I've got one left, and then I've got another die penalty, I think. So I'm rolling 2, and then I've got a re-roll, I think. Yes. Okay. Wow. Are there any penalties for 2 natural ones?
Wow.
Luckily, there's not.
I get to re-roll 1. Let's use a Paladin dice here. It's better. It's better. It's not going to be enough, though.
No good.
Yeah, no, it was a 2.
Oh, okay.
The dice giveth, the dice taketh away.
Unlucky. Okay, so that's the end of the round. You're going to like this. I think I've only done this once in the entire campaign because I keep forgetting. I think for 12, your guiding principle, I can't remember what the game name for it is never let anyone hurt the group. And for Ira, it's never betray.
Yeah, it's your instincts.
Is it your instincts?
I think so. We chose them, right?
Yeah, you chose them, yeah.
Yeah, so mine was always respect the hierarchy. But so you're talking about taboos, where mine was never betray. That's probably where you get mine mixed up.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think... okay. I can't actually remember how the rules for that work, and I can't be bothered to look them up because it will take too long. I think actually you're only supposed to get a refresh if you follow your guiding principle, and you get a penalty if you break your taboo. But because I thought that that's what I was going to do, and so I will, I'm going to give you a bonus for like following your taboo, like not breaking your taboo, in other words. So I think for those 2 of you, you can have 2 dice back in each of your pools.
Sorry, which of us?
You said 2, yes,
so
the 2 of us.
Never betrayed him, never abandoned. Oh, actually, well, all 3, because never let anyone hurt the group, never abandon the community, and never betray, all kind of fit, don't they? This situation, because you're helping each other and you're helping the Eolians, who you don't have to help, but you are.
Yep.
So yeah, so nice. 2 back to both calls for everyone.
Okay then.
Thank you.
At this point, something very strange happens. You all hear a sound, a very loud and very distinctive sound, coming from over the forest. Now, 12 would have absolutely no idea, I think, what this very weird sound is. But Ira and Mono would recognize the very distinctive sound of a helicopter rotor. Bearing in mind, it's most people can't even run a Jeep or a truck or something. The idea that there might be a helicopter, that someone's got a working helicopter and fuel for it, is frankly mind-boggling. And there's this moment of just surreal calm where everyone pretty much just kind of stops and looks up at this bizarre, some people maybe knowing what it is, some people not. And sure enough, within just a fraction of a second, emerging from above the tree line is a chopper, quite a big one, and slung underneath, sort of cunningly suspended, are rolls, like huge, massive rolls, or coils would be the right word, coils of cable. And you're immediately reminded, because you're looking confused.
Somebody phoned in for cable, didn't they? I remember that.
Yeah, that's
Which came from the next place over.
Laura was talking with this other group, you don't really know who they are, who apparently said they were going to help the Odians out with cable, and electrical cabling is what they desperately need more than anything. And so this chopper appears just sort of above the tree line. Everyone just pauses for a minute and kind of looks up, and then obviously kind of remembers they're in the middle of a big fight and kind of gets back to it. So with that in mind, it probably, I suspect, won't change what you're going to do, but Mono, you now have a raider, the one that peeled off from 12, running at you with machete in hand.
Yes, I'm going to spend an extra die from my nerve.
Okay.
Me whilst I just erase some things from my strain pool to try and shoot them somewhere painful.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, I'm just going to do one, I think. Do one.
Do one.
Well, that was abysmal.
Your firearms is not great, is it? Just one.
Yeah, I'm going to add one from my strain. No, that was okay. Actually, I wasn't too bad because we're close combat, aren't we? So it's 2 successes.
Oh, close combat, of course. Yeah, not firearms. Yeah. 2. Okay.
No, it's firearms, but we are in close range. So the difference.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
With a handgun.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I didn't get anything. So that's 5 damage. Pretty good. Standard raider. Not very good armor. Oh yeah, that's nasty. So I think that's maybe another. So it doesn't take him down, but like right in the trunk, maybe in the guts.
Yeah.
All right.
A bit lower.
Okay.
I imagine I'm crouched down because I was holding that cable. So
fair enough.
If I just aim straight, it's going to be painful.
Yeah. Okay. He was almost on top of you, and I think at least, even though he's been shot, I think at least the momentum brings him close enough to take a swing at you. So assuming you want to dodge or parry, it's going to be the reflexes plus brawl to dodge, or vigor plus close combat.
Reflex
to parry.
Plus brawl or
has a penalty because he's just been shot.
Reflex plus brawl is going to be better. Difficulty.
Sorry. 7.
1 success after I spent 2 points from my strain.
Okay. That's good enough, actually.
I'll do.
It's good enough. That's what we needed. I think, well, he's just been shot, hasn't he? That's why. So that definitely puts him off his swing. I think it'll tend to do that. So as the camera swings round towards Ira, we also see Laura at this point, the elder, running out from one of the buildings, slightly further into the town, but not much. She's reasonably close. She's seen the helicopter, of course, and as the chopper kind of comes and you can see some faces, you can't really make out who or what, but you can see some faces kind of peering down out of the chopper, obviously taking in the chaos. And the chopper circles and starts to head back towards the forest. Laura runs out of the house. She's waving her arms and screaming, "No, no, don't go!" And Ira, actually, as it's your go, and you're not currently engaged, I'm going to give you a... Can you make me a perception plus civilization? No, vigilance. Perception plus vigilance, please.
Okay. -1.
Yep.
Okay, 2 dice. Ooh, 8 and a 9.
Nice. I was gonna say you needed 2 actually, so that's because this is not going to be an easy spot. But you see Laura, she's super important to the village, and you see her sort of running out of cover to try and attract the attention, and you immediately your kind of spidey sense kind of tingles, and you realize this is not a good situation for her, and so you quickly scan the area, and you see one of the more one of the sort of snipery type raiders hanging back a bit. He spots her straight away, and he's just literally bringing up his gun, pointing it right at her. And it's your go. You have, however, still got the guy on mono,
Yeah,
and on 12.
At some point, 12's going to deal with that person next to me.
You'd hope so.
So I will try and shoot the guy that's just raised the sniper rifle.
Okay.
So I place the handgun down or back in the holster, get the rifle back up on my shoulder, and remember I have a scope this time. And I have a specialty precision rifle, which gives me the +1.
Oh, damn. Yes, it does. Yeah.
Which I forgot. So that negates any minus.
That negates you. Yeah.
But I'm going to go full hog on this one. And I'm going to add in some dice.
Okay.
So I'm going to add in 3 from my nerve pool, as you just gave us some back.
Yeah.
It would be 2 from perception, 2 from firearms because everything's been negated, and 1 reroll.
Nice. Plus oh wow, this is a big dice pool.
So
it's medium range, so 7s you're looking for.
So I've got 3 misses so far on a reroll. This gets a 5. So that's 4 successes.
Okay.
That's bad.
Pretty good. Sticking with that?
It's not quite enough to be lethal, though. That's what I was hoping to get a lethal.
Yeah.
What if I spend a point from my strain?
Oh.
Yeah.
I could do 1 too if you wanted.
There's party
do 1 too now if you fancy.
Well, one more would make it 9 damage, presuming it goes through. That's what I'm kind of. I don't waste enough armor. Okay. That's the thing.
Do you take one for the party?
What, it's a reroll? Get to take one from the party pool. I've got stuff in my strain as well, and I don't have the downside of getting the negative numbers at no strain and no nerve.
Oh, yeah,
I've got a little bit of capacity left on me, so don't worry about that.
I'm gonna use one of my own strain because you guys can still use the others with 10.
Hey,
so that makes it 5 successes for me.
Wow. Okay.
Was that including the strain that I spent?
Plus the one that you spent would give us 6.
Yeah. I'm happy to suspend that. That's not a problem.
And the basic damage is
4, so that'd be 10 damage.
Wow.
This rifle shot just rings out.
They have got some armor, but it's not very good armor.
Okay, that's what I was hoping for.
And that is enough.
Oh, beautiful.
So I think that's a headshot. That's a perfect lineup. You just all those years of experience. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just in an instant, you just see what's going to happen. You see him raising his rifle up to his eye, and you just swing up and just perfect shot, and then his head just flies back, collapses. Laura, at least for the moment, is safe. 12.
Sorry, did that guy attack me?
Uh,
I feel like I haven't been attacked
No.
this round yet.
no, you're right. I missed that. Thank you for being honest, John.
You got distracted by the helicopter.
Yeah, he's
Get
trying to cover
distracted
the
by
holes.
helicopter.
And
You're right.
yeah.
Yes. I mean, yeah, he's not looking good. So he's going to give it a try. You want to roll your defense or your parry rather?
Sorry, and I haven't acted yet, so I'm just missing the one die, aren't I? For the
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 2. I'm going for a 7, aren't I? It's the yeah. So I've got 2. Well, actually, I've got a reroll, haven't I, on close combat? Do 7s count as a success on a 7?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I've got 3 then. I think that should probably be enough. I think, yeah, I'll stick with the 3 successes.
Okay. 3's good. 3's good.
Oh,
You're fine. Yeah. So let's immediately jump back to you then for the retaliation, assuming that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't think I can leave him standing with Ira so close.
Yeah.
So I've got the 3 dice penalty now, haven't I?
Right, so
So it's 2 die and a reroll.
Takes him out the party pool.
Yeah.
and don't forget to set your before you roll, set your target.
Oh yeah.
So bearing in mind he's pretty injured, so he's not going to be rolling. I'm not going to be rolling that
Many.
many dice for him. Yeah.
Should we go middle of the road, do you think, guys? We say 7 again, because I'm only rolling 2 dice and then a reroll. So it's 3 dice effectively. I should get like a success there and maybe
As
more.
long as it's low and just get a bunch of damage in to make sure he takes the hit.
True. I'm gonna go with Chris on this one. Chris sounds like he knows what he's doing. Let's give it a try. Okay, so I've got a 5 and an 8.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I can't re-roll because they're both successes, aren't they?
It's not point.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah, right.
re-roll the one and say, I guess that's just 2 successes.
I'll spend a strain to give you one more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, so that puts me down
3.
to
I
3 strain.
think 3 should be enough, do you think, guys? Yeah. Yeah, let's go with 3.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting. I'm not sure what the tactics are of this, like choosing the level. So he got 2 5s. So bringing the target down actually gave successes that he wouldn't have
To
got
him.
with 7, but it also enabled you to get more, so you did still beat him. So it's kind of interesting.
We do
So-
another one, yeah.
So you do 5 damage with your sledgehammer plus 3 successes is 8, which is pretty awesome. With that armor. Ooh,
So close.
because he's already been injured, and if you filled up all the circles in any line, then the next one bumps up to the next category. So that would have only been a severe wound, but because he's got no severe wounds left, bumps it up to a lethal. So would you like to describe how you take him down?
Oh, without being too gory.
If it's gory as you like. It's past the watershed.
Gory.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Come on, man up.
Yeah. Wasteland Wednesdays, huh? I don't know whether to go with like a slightly comedic death or, sort of like I'm sort of injured, so perhaps I'm just swinging with one arm and I half miss, but it just lands really hard on his foot, crushing it, and he just falls over, sort of like, and then just passes out with the pain. And because he's already bleeding, he just bleeds out. Something like that.
Okay.
Killed him by stubbing his toe.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Nice. It's a very severe toe stubbing.
And I guess if I'm finishing him off, as a reminder for everybody, I've got my name 12 as the amount of people I've killed. So I guess now I'd be now shouting, "Now you call me 13!" like some battle cry. Probably a lot of Raiders will go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just shout back with it. It took you long enough. Don't
Been a
stop.
while, been a while.
So the battle rages around you. The chopper, whether they see Laura or not, you can't really tell. But if they do, they don't pay any attention. I mean, the scene is so chaotic that they'd be idiots to try and land. So looks like they're just basically they've taken one look, they've circled, and they're like, "Fuck this." And they're heading back the way they came. And Laura is like literally falls to her knees, and she's just like, "No!"
I shout over to her and it's just fucking cables. Get back inside. What are you gonna do with all the cable if you're dead?
You do to kind of see her look round, and she sort of pulls herself up to her feet. Elsewhere, the battle is raging. There are a number of casualties clearly on both sides. You see at least a few as you sort of survey the area. At least a few of the villagers who are at least down on the ground and not moving, presumably dead or maybe unconscious if they're lucky. Equally, a number of raiders. And actually, you also spot Merc is up on she's got a really good vantage point. She's in one of the sort of undamaged buildings, and there's windows on 3 sides. And as you've been fighting, maybe out the corner of your eye or something, you've kind of see her. She's sort of flitting between the windows, and it basically looks out over the whole sort of theatre, as it were. And she's just absolutely firing arrows, just like constantly. And at least a few of the raiders go down, and she even takes out one of the sort of closer kind of sniping position raiders. Hard to tell exactly what the overall course of who's winning. Certainly there are still raiders standing. So at the moment, the situation in this little area is Mono still has his guy. I believe, is that right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
12 is now dead.
Sorry to jump in as well, Neil. Yeah. Would I have any sort of action to run after the one that's chasing down Mono after I've done this? I don't know if there's like a slow action, a fast action, and actually I can make some
equivalent. Yeah,
I think as soon as I knew this guy was out of it, I'd
gonna immediately
probably be doing my battle cry saying "Call me 13," but I'd be pinging it after the guy. Sort of, yeah.
Soon to be 14.
Said a weird Finnish guy over your shoulder.
Yeah, I didn't quite get the accent, did I?
I thought it was pretty good.
That's the law. So that brings us back to the top. So Mono, you see 13 kind of closing in behind, and this guy also injured.
I mean, okay, 13. So if I look in your eyes, what kind of? I'm trying to think what kind of mood you're in. I'm trying to gauge whether or not it looks like you really want the kill. If that makes sense. but you have.
Oh no.
Hello, 13. Calling 13.
Sorry, I was distracted then. I totally thought you were talking to Neil. What were you saying?
I'm not going to tell you now. If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. No. I look up at your expression on your face. I'm trying to interpret whether or not I think from years of hanging out with you that it looks like you actually want the kill.
No, I think my
You like the
main
number
concern-
13.
Yeah,
What I
my
don't
main
want to do is have
concern
you
is
running
that
all
I
the way
don't
over
want
here.
you
Go
to be injured.
Yeah.
That would be,
I guess what
my
I'm
team's
trying to work
thinking.
out is, whether I want you to run all the way over here to do nothing.
Finish him off if you can, but I'll be there soon if you miss or.
Well, I got one success.
Just one. Okay.
Just one.
You sticking with it?
I am, because I want to make sure I've got enough strain left.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, no, I lie. I got 2 successes because it's close combat. Not close combat, but close range.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So we need.
Okay.
Yep. So 2 successes onto the damage. Let's have a look at what he's got left. Hey, that is just enough. That's what you needed. How does he go down?
Not very well. He's a bit incompetent. I think I take him. So I'm perched underneath some kind of large heavy machinery, like a tractor or a digger or something. And I'm still kind of crouched on one knee, if you like. So I take aim and I fire at his kneecap of his trailing leg.
Okay.
Just as he goes to push off.
Ooh.
And so he goes to push off, and obviously his leg just isn't there. And he immediately goes face first and just smacks into the bucket of like this heavy loader. And just smacks his head.
Nice.
And you just hear this dong.
Okay. Oh dear. All right. So there's a brief moment of relative calm in your immediate little area. But let's get, I think, from all of you, please, a perception plus vigilance. Difficulty is 7, but it's handicap 1. So you need 2 7s. Don't forget your 1 dice penalties, those if you've got it.
Is this a perception based on eyesight?
Actually, yes, this one is, I'm afraid.
I've got bad eyesight, so that's another die down for me.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
Is it worth me rolling if I can only roll 1 dice?
No. unless you want to spend pool dice, probably not.
I got 2 successes as well.
No.
Okay. So Mono and Ira, 2 successes. Okay. You see one of the guys who looks a bit more, not like in charge, but one of the lieutenants basically. Just sort of you just see him clubbing down one of the villagers, and without who kind of crumples to the ground, and without even waiting to see like what happens, he's just carrying on, and he's spotted you 3. You're not maybe exactly close together, but you're still reasonably close together. Spotted you 3 and is running in your direction. And as he does so, he doesn't have any kind of gun, or not that you can see, but he stops for a minute and he reaches down. You notice this kind of something hanging from his belt, and he pulls a bottle, gets out a lighter. He's got a Molotov cocktail, lobbing in your direction. So I'm afraid 13 does not see this coming. Ira and Mono do. So for Ira and Mono, you can both try and dodge it. It's going to be reflexes plus vigilant.
Ira, can you shoot it for?
Oh yeah, that would be nifty, wouldn't it?
Well, I have my rifle in my hands at the moment, so probably not. Bat it.
Well, how far away is he? Is he
Oh,
quite
maybe not
close?
small. Yeah.
Is he running? Is he close to us with a
Throwing
Molotov
distance,
cocktail?
right?
That doesn't seem
Well,
very practical.
yeah, I mean, reasonably.
How's he not going to get hurt himself?
Well, he's throwing it away from himself, isn't he?
Yeah, it's
Well,
fine.
it can't be that near then.
Well, but,
Throwing distance is
I mean,
quite
it's only
close.
so far you can throw. Yeah, it's only throwing
Right.
distance. Yeah.
Well, I'll try then with my
30 feet.
firearm. I don't mind taking a penalty to at least give it a punt.
You can give it a go. You've already acted this round, so
I know,
you're
I'm gonna need to take-
-2, but you can.
Oh, does that
take
mean
a
I'm a
first
-2 as well then?
Yeah.
Not
So
if
I'm
this
now
is all-
I would
No.
now be -1 dice.
Well, Ira hasn't acted yet this round.
Ah, okay.
You're in
perfect.
the last round.
Sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
So
forgot what we were.
you could, but then if you try and do
To
anything
keep that
else
one
in the
dice.
round, you'll get
Yeah.
penalties.
So firearms would be 3 dice. I could spend 2 from my
Good roll.
nerve to counteract the 2 dice penalty.
Okay.
3 dice. It's not very likely this is going to work, but I'm up for it for the. So it's 1 success. Anyone have any strain? Oh no, hang on. That's a
2.
9. It's not a 6.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 successes.
Okay. I should have told you what the difficulty was before you told me, but
It's a cold shot, so I'd imagine it's a 7, even if it's close combat,
yeah,
close range.
probably with a handicap as well.
Mhm.
You got 2 though, did you say?
I got 2.
Okay, well that seems pretty good, and rule of cool applies. So, with lightning fast reflexes,
'Cause
Mono
I already had the gun.
might be MVP here. Just sees it and just, like you say, you've already got the gun out, so you just.
I played a lot of Duck Hunt.
I think 2 successes is good, but it's not amazing. So I think you shoot it, but maybe it's already close-ish to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll damage for it, but a significantly reduced damage. And we'll see. I say damage, it's basically just like a normal attack roll. No, okay, I stand corrected. That was pathetic. So you managed to completely.
I don't mind roly-polying away anyway.
Shoot, yeah, right. Shoot it out there. He immediately, so he kind of sets it flying, and then just
Oh, I
wait,
was hoping
just
to fire,
pauses,
shoot it
like-
before he threw it.
pauses just for a beat. You shoot it out the air, and then he immediately starts running again towards you. This time, reaching again down to his belt, and pulling out this club.
Is it a raisin club or an orange club?
Oh,
or
orange, always orange.
always orange, not a mint one. 14.
So 12. That brings us around to you.
I'll role play this. I'm going to hear this shattering of glass and obviously the shot. What was that? What? And then I think I'll probably clock perhaps that Mono's shot sort of like past me, shot this bottle. There's perhaps some flames that have just sort of hit the ground. I realize there's a Molotov cocktail and look down who's thrown it. and there's this guy charging us with a club. So I think 13 will stand in the way, ready herself, and will it take him a turn to get to us?
I think it will take him a turn to get to you. So because you haven't moved yet, if you want to like move ahead of the others to kind of cut him off, you could, or you could just take like a defensive position and wait for him to get to you.
Twat him.
Shall we? Should we just go do it?
You haven't hit anyone for ages.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, not properly. Go on then. I'm going to bow to peer pressure. Yeah, so
Okay.
13
Fight,
sort of
fight.
I'll shout like, here comes 14, and I'll charge. And I'll sort of stand. I'll go for the swing. Go for the attack. But I'll make it sort of like one of those swings so that I'll sort of, when I'm done with the attack, I'll be sort of standing sort of side by side from Mono and Ira's viewpoint. So if they wanted to have shots, I won't be standing in their way. So it's sort of like a swing, sort of nice. rather than a hammer down. Yeah.
Okay. So don't forget to set your target before you roll.
Okay, so I'm rolling close combat, vigor, which is 5 and a reroll. Do I get the 1 die attack for?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
he's definitely threatening your comrades.
So that'll negate my wound. So 5 and a reroll. If I had a nerve in here, don't have a pencil. So that's 6. What do you guys think? Chris did pretty well with the guessing on the 5s. Do you think we go with 7 down the middle of the road, or should we, with rolling 6 die with a reroll, do we go high for a 9?
5s always.
5s.
I'm all about the damage.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go
Press
with the
on nail.
5.
Yeah.
Stop trying to hit him and hit him.
Okay, I'm going to re-roll one of those ones.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Do
I'm
well.
responsible.
Doesn't sound good.
Oh, which actually came out as a 10. So there's 1, 2. With 5s, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4. As do I spend a strain to roll another one?
How many
have you got
pretty good. I've got 3
Spiteful.
strain left.
It's 5
Four-
on the particle.
4's good, but remember that he only needs 5s as
He only
well.
needs 5s as well.
Take one for the particle.
One from the particle. Okay, so if I re-roll that other one. Oh, that's a 3.
Doesn't count if it landed on the floor. That's a universal rule.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
I can't. You actually re-roll it, or no? Because if I re-roll that, and then Neil says no, John, you know.
Well, if you
It's
hadn't
like-
told us it was a 3, it would have just been presumed that you would have re-rolled it.
It's a 9, the second roll.
All right. Go on. I'll let you have it.
We take the average.
The trouble is, if it's, I'm gonna feel bad if it's like Neil's rolled a 4 for 4 successes, and this 5 now
Well,
wins.
as it happens, that is exactly what happened. But that's fine. Let's
I
go
don't feel
with
good
it.
about this.
Why not?
We're happy
So-
with it, but we're also going to let it haunt your dreams for the next 5 years.
Can I tell you what? Can I spend the strain then at least?
All
Is
right.
that
All right.
it feels
That's a good
disingenuous.
compromise. That's a good compromise. And let me just work out that damage with his armor. Oh, that's still pretty good. Still pretty good.
Out of interest, how many 9s or better did you roll?
9s. Oh yeah, right. 1.
Okay, because I had 3.
Okay.
Oh no, I had 2 originally.
It's really it's kind of interesting, that, isn't it? Yeah. So you just, like you say, you do this kind of swinging kind of swipe, and it crunches into him. You're not sure if you actually maybe hear something break, and he gives a sort of a muffled kind of as you knock the wind out of him, and he sort of crumples a bit, and then he sort of looks up and fixes you with this sort of glare. And with that, you see that little pause?
Yeah.
You see that little pause for editing?
And there was me trying to vamp in between. Sorry, Neil.
I just noticed the time. Do you want to have a quick 5-minute break?
You know what? He's just come in, and
okay.
he's grabbed something to snack. If you wanted to go for like another, say, 10 minutes,
okay.
I think that'd probably be give him time to.
That'd be better.
If can you edit? Sorry, Phil. Can you edit this part out? I'll just go make sure he knows.
Yeah, leave it in. It's great watching.
Phil's talking. Yeah.
That's how I like hearing Phil. Just on mute.
You're muted, Phil. I can't hear you.
I said, what the fuck? Where's he gone?
Yeah, we won't have a break now, and then he goes.
Oh well.
He's disappearing. I'm going for a quick wee. Oh, he's back. Fuck it. I'll just piss myself.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You just need to hold on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Having been told that we can stop for weave.
Yeah. 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's timekeeping.
Shocking.
I've given my son a little bit of time, and I've said to him, once you finish your snack, get yourself ready for bed. So, what's it now? If you wanted to play, for, I don't know, 15 minutes, say about 10 or something. And
okay.
I'm kind.
All right, I'm gonna run the splash again.
Did we? Is the word meta that with my attack? I felt a bit bad that.
Nah, it's all right. Don't worry, it's fine.
That one connected.
All the wins you can get.
All right, reassuming the position before we stopped. All right, I'm just gonna play the splash screen.
We'll just carry on as if we're carrying on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
So that brings us, I think, back to the top. So with 13 charging forwards to meet this guy full on and doing some pretty nasty damage to him, that brings us round to Mono. So you can also, of course, see the rest of the kind of fight going on around you, but in the immediate vicinity, it seems to be just this one guy.
Oh, I see that 13 is doing her courtship ritual again. Interesting. Looking out onto effectively the kind of blood-soaked battlefield that is the central square of the village, the town. I guess this is almost metagaming a little bit, but can I see anyone that looks particularly important? Or again, harkening back to the conversation we had earlier on with Ira, looking to see if there was anyone who appeared to be kind of coordinating.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's get the set. Let's do the same thing. Let's have a roll.
Okay.
Perception plus vigilant, please.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. But I get an automatic success with my bonus of vigilance. That's what's the difficulty?
That is going to be. It's going to be 7 with a handicap. So 2 7s you need.
Okay. Spending a strain. Oh, okay. I got 2 7s.
Okay.
I was
Fine.
trying to get more.
Well, that's all right. That's fine. So, yeah, I think so. As you look around, you see quite a closely fought battle between a little cluster of villagers and a little cluster of raiders.
Mm-hmm.
4 villagers, 3 raiders. And although the
Kind of
raiders
Anchorman melee style.
exactly. And although the raiders are outnumbered, the raiders seem to have the upper hand.
Yeah.
And the villagers are sort of kind of being slowly pushed back, and they're sort of trying to hold their ground, but not really quite managing it. And you can see that a couple of them are injured already. And of those 3 raiders, the one basically right in the middle, who seems to be kind of leading the charge, he's the one who's like shouting out to the others. So yeah, he's definitely has some kind of standing.
Okay. I'm going to try and take a shot.
Okay. I think everything's right on top of you now, so I think this is going to be close range. So it should be easy enough. And he's not going to get a defense because he doesn't know you're shooting at him.
Not sure I can. Oh, screw it. I'll spend 1 from my nerve, which leaves me with 2 in my nerve.
Okay. Wearing out these poor dice.
I mean, that's what they're for, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. So with a difficulty of 5, I've got 3 successes. A 10, a 9, and a 6.
Okay. And your gun does 3, so that's sort of 6. You're going to leave it at that?
Yeah.
Seems pretty good, doesn't it? Seems very good, actually. Okay. It's not enough to take him down, I'm afraid. But nevertheless, very good shot. Like I say, he doesn't know it's coming. You're kind of shooting maybe not exactly behind, but certainly kind of like maybe over his shoulder at an angle. And actually the kind of surprise and pain and the impact of the bullet make him kind of spin a little bit to the side. And one of the villagers then takes advantage of that and kind of springs up. It's only got like a little, basically like a combat knife. But as his shoulder kind of spins back, they sort of leap up and just plunge this knife in. And actually that does seem to, it's like a really good, like right up, like kind of in, like upwards into his chest. And yeah, as you watch there, then he seems to kind of go limp, and the villager kind of takes a few steps back and kind of, other 2 are still fighting, but now it's 4 against 2. So the odds are probably considerably improved. The lieutenant, having just been clobbered thoroughly by 13, is attempting to take an aim and swing the club in at 13. He's injured, I believe. Yes, quite badly. Okay.
Just to remind you as well, Neil, I don't know if he takes another additional damage for the my Guardian Wolf ability.
Oh, don't remember that one.
I don't know if that makes any difference, because I think I've probably got 3 dice down or not.
Yeah, it's +1 dice and +1 damage. Yeah. Would that have made a difference? Actually, in that case, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But remind me next time. Yeah. I forgot about the extra damage. Yeah, so he's swinging at you. I guess you're going to parry? Try and parry?
Yes, please. Yes. So it should be 5 dice, usually, with a reroll. I've got -1 for the wound.
Yep.
And is it -2 for the I've attacked him before?
No, because we're in a new round.
Okay,
Because you act last in the round, so.
great. Wow. Oh, I get a reroll. Wow. Incredibly poor. Wow. Double wow.
You're taking the piss out of your fellow players since whenever it was that we were founded.
So I had a 4, a 3, and 2 1s, and then my reroll came out as a 3.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you guys.
Well, his roll was. What are you spending pool dice?
Got a few left.
I feel like he's. I don't know how many I'd need to really effectively.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't
it? Parry this. I feel like he's rolling probably a decent amount of dice as a lieutenant. He seems like a. Yeah, I might just have to take the hit on this one. Do you reckon? I am the tank. Yeah, I'm just going to take the hit and save.
Okay.
Yeah, save dice and pool dice for.
So even injured, you're right. He's pretty tough. He's clearly has some training or experience or something, because you can see him just kind of he's sussing out his tactics. He's looking for an opening. He's waiting for you to lower your guard, and he just sort of pauses. He gives a few little kind of dummy sort of swings, testing how you respond, and then he just times it perfectly. I'm afraid I rolled really well for him. He times it perfectly and just waits until you're just totally off guard, and just poof, and you just feel this crunch as all the wind's knocked out of you. And I'm afraid I've just checked your sheet. Even with your armor, which is not that amazing. Let me double check your armor. Yeah, right.
It's not great.
It's not that amazing. I'm afraid that is 5 damage. So that is a serious wound.
Oof.
I'm afraid that knocks your permanent penalty up to 2 dice.
Yeah. Help! Don't shoot over there, Mono.
Yeah. Mono's like, what?
What you doing?
And actually, it's Mono next.
Oh, go on then.
You're swinging around to help.
I'm swinging around with my triumvirate of 3s.
Okay.
Not really much I can do about that. I haven't got enough strain to really make it worthwhile.
Yeah. Okay.
So
if you just need a single success, do you? Because I guess this guy's engaged with me, so he's not.
That's true.
So can I just spend one of my strain?
You could.
And give you an automatic success. Because
Okay.
I really need the help.
Yeah. Okay. So firearm damage with a +1. It's 4 damage minus armor. Okay.
So I swing round to open fire, and for a split second, my attention is drawn to 13 being bloodied, and so I'm almost about to miss. I've pointed the gun at 13 for a second, then kind of go, no, hang on a minute, and reacquire it.
Cool. Okay.
Release.
Yeah. So it's not the best shot you've ever taken. It just kind of skims him a little bit, but
I'm just trying to give him a graze.
Yeah, exactly. It's a graze. And actually, sorry, I think I might have skipped there in the order. So 12, just 13, just took an attack, but you haven't made one, have you?
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
true.
No.
So actually, that should have been before Mono went, but it's fine. Doesn't change the mechanics at all. But that was after your injury, so I'm afraid you're acting at as
Minus
seriously
2.
wounded. Yeah, afraid so. And obviously it's your second
turn.
So I'm afraid it's -4. They do stack up, don't they? These penalties.
Yeah. So I've got 3 die vigor, 2 die close combat. So I should be rolling 5. I've got
So
-2,
-4.
Oh, yeah, so I am
This
just
was in
rolling
the-
1,
in
I'd
the-
say, with a
This guy was
reroll.
originally running at me, right? So
Is there anything else I could? No, pretty much not. Nothing that will give me a die to roll.
I don't think there is really. I think that's
No.
your lot.
Let's give it a go. I guess he's probably rolling a few dice. So setting it at 5, he'll probably beat me with just a 1. So shall we go with a 9 and then a reroll?
Oh yeah,
Set
because you
it
get
at
your
9.
reroll. Yeah.
And then I'll get and then just hope he rolls poorly.
What's his penalty? Okay.
Do I get my 1 die attack? Does that boost me up a dice?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You're
you.
still acting to protect your comrades.
More me, mate. Maybe now. Okay. The 5 and a 4, that one. So the reroll is a 7. 0 successes.
Okay.
I just,
Very good.
I think the pain and it's just knocked the wind out of me. It's a half-hearted sort of swing, just swinging wildly, hoping it connects.
Yeah.
Didn't your archetype have something where it was you don't take damage until the end of combat because of adrenaline?
Yeah, I don't lose dice from my pools for taking any wounds. So if I'd just taken a wound, I'd have taken, was it a stress die out of my pool? But I don't do that until the end of the
so it doesn't stop the wound,
combat,
it just stops the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. So actually, because we were slightly out of order, that brings it. So then we have Mono, but we've just done that one, so that brings it back round to him, I'm afraid. So he's going to have another go, and then we have Ira. So.
Oh no.
So this is basically a new round, so you can act without the extra -2. He's also injured, so I'm not rolling as many.
So it's 3.
Okay.
-2 for the wounds. So I've got 3 and a reroll.
Okay. You're going for 7s.
And a reroll. Oh, that reroll helped. So I've got 2 successes. I've got 2 7s, yeah.
Well, this is interesting. This is the first time this has happened. So that was a parry, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
You didn't get any. And if you get the rule Phil was just pointing out, if you get 2 or more successes more, you get a free automatic retaliation. And it's a bit different. So this is reflexes plus close combat.
In the sake of fairness, sorry, what did he roll when I failed? Thinking about this, did he roll like 2 successes? I just attacked him and failed and didn't get any successes. Did he get any successes?
Oh, I see. I can't remember.
Why do I do this?
Yeah, right.
Kill me, please, Neil. Kill me.
Don't worry, it's fine. I can't remember. So yeah, so give me a reflexes plus close combat.
Reflexes. Okay, so is this my second turn or is this still?
This is like a free. This still kind of doesn't count. It's like a free free
Because I've
attack.
got four dice and a reroll, and I'm taking 2 away for the
Yes.
wounds.
Yeah, but you
I
don't.
don't
have
take
any
away
other-
anything for the.
No, it's
Okay.
like a sort of special bonus.
And by the way, the reason why you know how to do some of this stuff is because you've got combat techniques as well. So don't forget you've got disarm and submission hold.
Yeah, that's true. Although you can't
That's
use that
right.
for this.
No.
Okay. I got a 3 and a 10.
Okay, that's fine. So 1 success is good enough.
Do I reroll? Sorry, close combat.
Yeah, close combat. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me just reroll the 3. It might not make any. It's a 6. I think we're going for 7s, weren't we?
Okay. Yeah, 7s.
Yeah, it's just
So,
one single
but you do a
success.
lot of damage with your sledgehammer. 3. Is it 3 plus 2 plus vigor? So 5 damage plus the success is 6 minus the armor. Ooh. Ooh. So actually, he confidently wades in. He thinks he's got your number, and takes another massive, strong swing. But he's kind of doing exactly what he did last time, and you know to expect it. And so you time it just right, and you just duck away at the last minute, and you bring your sledgehammer up from kind of underneath, and just straight into his leg. He gives a cry of pain. He's now hobbling badly. His breathing is coming in kind of ragged sort of rasps. There's a trickle of blood coming down his nose, out of his nose. He looks like he's going to fight on, but he's not looking good. So, Ira. So you can see 12 and this guy tussling and the fight going backwards and forwards. Not all that far in front of you. I can't actually remember, to be honest, if there are specific rules for firing into melee in this game. I'm not going to look at that up at this stage, so I'll say that you can if you want, but it will impose a handicap, and if you do extremely badly, you'll shoot 13 instead, but only if you do very badly.
Well, I was going to turn back to the leader.
Okay.
The hill. So I was
Okay.
going to turn back to my rifle that way.
Yeah, okay,
Presuming
fine.
that these two should be able to handle one person.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
reasonable.
I'm gonna shoot back up the hill towards that person that I clipped first time.
Yes, okay.
Hopefully they're not watching again.
No, I don't think they would be. I think that's
Those and those. +1 for the rifle.
+1 for the rifle, yeah.
-1 for the wound.
Minus your injury.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm not
There we
going to roll them.
I've got a reroll. That's a 10. A single 10.
A single 10, okay. Well,
Single
they
10.
don't get any defense roll, but it does mean your damage is not quite so high.
It's 5.
Oh, still 5. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's actually not bad.
It's not crazy. Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? Because they've already got some injuries, it's that same thing. If it bumps it up, it would only be 5 is just a middle level or severe.
Yep.
Just so, but they're full, so it bumps it up to a lethal.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, another amazing shot from Ira. Just checking out. Yeah, got it covered. Yeah. And that, I think, actually, you see as you're still kind of looking through the scope, you see that definitely causes a bit of a reaction to some of the others, as now more than one of their leaders has gone down. The villagers are not fighting super well, but they're doing all right. They're sort of holding their ground. You between you have taken out another few, and so you do see that a bit of like a change in the sort of attitude, and some of the raiders they're kind of sort of looking around, and they're slightly worriedly checking out their sort of situation. You see a couple of them beginning to sort of back off and kind of talking with each other. Obviously, sort of working out, hang on, this is not maybe quite going how we planned. So that was Ira. So that brings us back to 12 again. Always, this is because you've got an attack. You're having an attack and a defense, isn't it? It always seems to be your go. So this is your actual go. If you want to attack, 13, I should say.
Yeah, let's finish this guy off.
He says, "Confident." I mean, he's.
Yeah.
It won't take
Yeah.
all that much, I have to say.
Okay. I think because if I'm attacking, I get an extra die. So I'm hoping that. Yeah. So if I go 3 dice,
Don't forget, you got
bigger,
-2 penalty for your injury now.
-2 for the injury. Will I get 1 die for the attack if?
Yeah.
Family that's still in danger. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, so I've got 4 dice and a reroll. I just need to set the level, don't I?
Yeah.
Should we go with the 9, do you think, guys? And then the chances of us rolling a 9 are reasonable, I guess. Oh,
Sure.
I know Chris likes the damage, doesn't he? You can see him like, go with the damage, John, go with the damage.
I've got strain to add in, so if you do succeed, I can give you an extra one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Or do we go with the damage? This guy's looking pretty bad. I'm just thinking, how many dice is he actually rolling? How many 5s can he get?
I think you just need to make a decision, mate.
Yeah. I think you've got feeling. You've got feeling. But I do have 1. Let's see what the reroll. I've got 1 die that's rolled well, so I've got a 10 and a 1 and a 1 and a 2. Yeah, and the second one's the reroll's an 8, so not quite there. So 1 success. Should we leave it at that?
I'll spend a strain to give you the automatic success. So
Yeah.
take me down to two strain.
Yeah, I'm only down to 2 as well. So
2 successes then.
That's
Okay.
extra.
Well,
Oh,
you know what? I'm not rolling many dice for him because he's so injured. Did get a success. So bumping it up to 2 was exactly what he needed to do to beat mine. So
Good job,
13, so maybe he just glances over Ira and maybe you sort of remember all the times you've fought together and you know all the sort of history of your knowing each other, and you tap on this slightly weird sort of almost mystical kind of connection between each other that you've got. Maybe you're reminded briefly of the silent ones in the forest. And you draw that kind of strength from Ira's presence and her sort of solidity and her leadership that she's shown you over the years, and it just gives you that extra bit of force and that bit of kind of energy. You swing your sledgehammer. And would you like to describe how you take down the lieutenant?
Yeah. I think we're gonna go with just some crazy. For me, if this was a movie, the camera angle would sort of be from the ground upwards at me, just swinging, going, "Yeah, 14, 14!" And you just see some like a little bit of blood splatter, you know, but you don't see the gore. But
I think they might have been lying about wanting that extra kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Yes.
maybe
Hey,
get some fingers in, and then. Yeah.
did they say that 13 is unlucky for some?
14's even unluckier
Very
for some
good.
others.
What's the bingo call for 14?
Yeah, today. Die. So, once again, a little bit of quiet in your immediate sort of vicinity as you all take a breather and suddenly are very aware of your respective wounds. Probably at this point quite knackered, quite painful, quite stressed out, no doubt. But as you'd seen just previously, the remaining raiders who are still sort of more towards the edge of the village, or the couple of remaining sort of sniper ones, they're having a hasty conflab amongst themselves, and they keep kind of looking over their shoulder back over towards the village. And then one of them pulls a whistle from a pocket, blows on this whistle. It's just like a kind of school whistle, those little metal whistles, this high-pitched, shrill whistle. And with that, the couple that sort of are in a position where they can do so, this is obviously the retreat call, because they immediately turn and start running. The little group of 4 villagers fighting 2 raiders, that you see actually one of those has already gone down to only one raider left, and he tries to, hearing this call, he realizes obviously what's happening. He starts to try and kind of back off. The villagers just now 4-1. They just pounce on him. He goes down. And the remaining, and actually now that you look at it, the number that have made it back out, probably just half a dozen. It's a much reduced force. Merc is still there. And as they jump on a couple of quad bikes that are still kind of functioning, and start to zoom off back from whence they came, and Merc's kind of firing arrows, and she manages to hit a couple of them. You can see them kind of trying to cling on to the quad bike. And then just as quickly as it started, the battle finishes.
I want to run straight to the rubble.
Okay. Where Park was, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Just in case.
You're not the only one. Liar.
Get off. It was my idea.
Liar must have also seen him fall,
and
has presumably been just waiting to try and get there. So between you and Liar kind of, and to be honest, once you get there, you look at it and you're like, yeah, it does not look good. But you never know, as you say. So you and Liar start to kind of heave these bits of sort of masonry and fallen, basically bits of building. And you soon see a leg. So you realize where he is, and you kind of take off the rest. But as soon as you've kind of moved a couple, you can immediately tell just by the unnatural angles that he's gone.
Grabs up.
And Liar, of course, remember they were together. Liar just breaks down, and she's just kind of clutching him, and she doesn't say anything. She's just bawling. And all around you, the other villagers, some of them are kind of in a state of shock. A lot of them are injured. You actually spot Doc kind of running between people and trying to do like emergency kind of triage, working out who needs treatment. But he's one man, and there's a lot of injuries. There are a lot of dead people around, villagers and raiders as well. So in this kind of shocked, stunned moment of frankly devastation, I think we sort of see the camera kind of pulls back, and we get kind of an overview. And there's been some Molotov cocktails, there's some fires as well raging. A couple of people are trying to get some stuff to put the fires out. And the villagers will obviously spend the immediate forthcoming sort of few hours and then actually no doubt the next few days trying to come to terms with what's happened, work out who's missing, who's dead, who's alive, give a decent send-off, of course, to those who haven't made it, and indeed patch up the village, try and repair the barricades and all that kind of thing will need doing too. And so as we begin to bring our story to a close, what do you think, and we can kind of zoom in or out, kind of however you'd like. Obviously the first thing is you try and see Doc, you sort of get patched up and all of that kind of stuff we can sort of take for granted. So what do we find 14 and Ira 15 and no 14 and
14 and a
Ira,
half.
oh no, doing or saying or whatever?
Well, who was go first?
You know,
Um,
this has been quite an experience, and I am beginning to feel very tired. Do we have to keep doing this? Do we have to keep driving?
We don't have to.
What did
That's
we?
the first time we found people that we can defend.
Hmm.
Rather
And
than
we
fight.
go on. Sorry, Ira.
No, it's okay. You carry on.
I'm thinking. You know, when we said we wanted to help children that were in need. Maybe not for now, they're in need, but we found children who maybe will grow, maybe will need support. I don't care so much about this village. I think we've done a lot here, and we can help them to rebuild, but maybe between here and the silent ones, we could bring some harmony. What do you think?
Well, I think we found a place we can kind of make work. Right here in the village, they had a good system going for a while until one person got a bit too greedy.
Not for long. Wonder how he is.
yes, for me, I feel that these children that live in the forest, they're confusing to me. I do not know how their leader could see that this attack was going to happen. And I think there is something there that maybe we can learn from. They recognize us as being part of this. I don't know even how to describe it. But for me as well, there are kids living by themselves, which kind of makes them orphans. But they also, some of them perhaps have parents that, I don't know. I think maybe there is some work to do here for us. I agree. I quite like this village. They've been kind to us. They've shown themselves to be good people, willing to look after people that are good and contribute. Yeah, I think we need to perhaps stay here and perhaps do what we can to build a bridge between the children and this village.
I think I do not want to stay here, but if I have no choice, I will, of course, be okay. But I think first I need to go to the other camp and maybe see if I can find an understanding. Maybe talk to Leaf or well, some of the others, and see if I can find a way to live there.
If that would make you more comfortable, I don't see why you can't go out on your own.
I won't be on my own because you are also my community and my friends. And, well, next time you're on an adventure, you'll need a driver, right?
I
But,
think I'm done with adventures for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. So perhaps for some months we will see each other less often. But your family.
No, I do not like this idea that we are going to separate. We are a family. We should stay together, and I'm comfortable living in the forest. They seem to accept us.
Well, maybe we should go and see what they well, not say, but if they will accept us, and maybe make a decision from there. Ira, what about you? It's more difficult for your mobility there.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm old.
Yes,
I
you
just
are.
kind of
Yes, you are.
kind of want
You're
to.
like 3 years older than me, but
I'm like 60 something.
yeah, I don't think I'm particularly young, based on my picture.
You're definitely younger than me.
Yeah,
you're like
no.
I've got
mid
working.
40s, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't
mine's
know.
like,
Actually, yeah, it doesn't look quite so old. Maybe like
mine's
early 40s, I
Yeah.
guess. Oh yeah, you've got centre
Definitely
parting and
older.
everything.
Yeah, I've got like dreadlocks from just years of misuse. I'm old and I'm tired, and I think I just want to enjoy the hot shower they have here for a little longer, and maybe just settle down and find out what this community can offer to anybody who comes by. Plus, I would not mind knowing where that chopper came from.
Well, maybe we can find the some more electronics, and I will see if I can create a longer range radio, and then we can call.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere, and I can stay here to help rebuild while you figure out what it is you need to figure out in those there woods.
Hmm.
Plus, you got to get your drone back. So
Damn their words. Yeah, so I think over the next couple of days, Mono starts to pack together some supplies, and he probably. I'm trying to think. Have we been sworn to any kind of secrecy regarding the Silent Ones? We haven't directly, have we?
No.
So I think. I'm trying to decide whether Mono actually feels like he should tell the community that their children are safe. But
Could I just ask a question?
No.
Is Lyre is one of the Silent Ones' son? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as much as he's just lost Park, I'd feel like reuniting them, or just saying.
I think just telling them that they've lost family, some of their family still exists, but is on their path, and it should be respected. But the closure will hopefully help heal, and to so yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe we get Lyre and a couple of the other parents, and I guess the three of us sit down in a kind of quiet hut somewhere.
And probably Merc as well. Merc would probably
Merc.
be involved.
My empathy is not particularly high, but I'm happy to roleplay this and just be a little bit less tactful.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't think we need dice rolls at this point.
No. So, listen, when we were out for some time, we, when we tried to deal with the Hornets, Well, we nearly died, and we were saved by another community. This is not so easy for you to hear, but I think you should. And I look directly at Lyra. This is going to be painful for you, I guess, but I speak to you as plainly as always. You must be respectful that this community is independent, and there is no hold, there is no imprisonment, but we found your child, and they are safe. They are, you probably know this, different. And they have found others which are also different. I want to go back there. And
Merc immediately says, "Me too."
And I feel that with some time and some respect, maybe there can be some alliance, even though we all are adults and they are children, and I think there is some natural separation there. I think that with time and with respect, maybe you might be able to meet the person that was your child again. But it will take some time.
She's sort of disbelieving at first, but as you describe it, and Merc's kind of nodding along, and she keeps on kind of looking over to Merc for sort of validation. You can see she doesn't say much, but a sort of range of emotions go over her face: disbelief, and then joy, and then just absolute confusion, and just all sorts. And obviously, she's just lost Park, and so she's probably a bit all over the place. But then ultimately, she breaks down in tears of what seems actually joy would not be the right word, relief maybe. And Merc immediately kind of goes up and gives her a big hug, and then she just sort of she just raises her head and she kind of red puffy eyes, and she just looks at you, and then she kind of takes in all of you, and she just manages, "Thank you."
It's not so bad, they have food of their own, so you don't have to feed all those little mouths. It's cheaper. But they can hold their own. And I don't know. We're too old. Maybe we'll be back in 3-4 days. But I do then probably ask them if they have any camera equipment, maybe like digital cameras or something like this, and suggest that maybe if there's anything like this, knowing that obviously my drone had some kind of camera mechanism as well, that maybe in time I could get some photographs of the children and provide them with at least some peace of mind that everything is okay. It's mostly just an excuse for me to scrounge some spare parts for the drone.
Nice. Okay, so I think that sets a nice picture. I think what happens is in the Aeolians village, Ira quickly gets the respect. I mean, actually would already have the respect of the villagers for taking part in initially the boar attack right at the beginning, just when you arrived, and then going out to deal with the hornets, and then of course a few people would have seen your part in the defense against the raiders, and so the villagers already are totally on Ira's side, and then with Ira staying in the village, I think probably what happens is Merc really wants to explore this strange new thing that she feels very sort of drawn to and is part of her. So she wants to go into the forest too. And Liars, probably at least for a little while, is in no fit state to do very much, which sort of leads the default leadership or at least organization of the next maybe few months or whatever pretty much down, I think, to Ira and Laura, who kind of with Ira's natural leadership kind of take control and just try and kind of rebuild and rebuild physically, but also rebuild the community. Mono and 14 and Merc head out to the woods to the Silent Ones, and it immediately becomes apparent that Merc, although considerably older, I mean, she's still quite young, but considerably older than most of the Silent Ones, it quickly becomes apparent that she feels that she's found her people. And she tells you that she lost some of her friends in the Raider attack, and she becomes the de facto go-between, really, as an Aeolian, but now as almost kind of an honorary Silent One, although she never becomes silent. She kind of has this in-between kind of position, and so she becomes the main person who then sort of goes and talks, backwards and forwards, and then as Mono, you say you begin to try and just start this kind of integration and making the parents aware of the children and vice versa. And it's clear that although it's new, something of a new era is dawning for both of these groups, previously quite separate. And you recall what Skull said to you when I think said to Ira, I believe, can't remember, that he felt that all of you were here for a reason, and that it was something to do with the Aeolians, and he wasn't quite sure what, but he thought maybe you were some kind of like in between or kind of uniting force, and it seems that he was right. And I think I sense a fade to black coming. Is there anything that any of you want to add? Any final thoughts? Anything else?
I think that feels like a really natural place to end for now.
And we have an end credit scene of Al just still in the caravan.
Yes. Forgot about Al.
Kind of forgot about him.
Yeah.
Al.
No, that was amazing. And call out to Studio Agate. Hurry up and release more.
Yes. So it only remains then for me to say thank you to Phil for hosting us, and thank you to Chris and Johnny, and Phil for being such great players and diving into your characters so well. I've thoroughly enjoyed your depictions of your characters and seeing what you got up to in this slightly depressing post-apocalyptic world, but I think we've managed to end on something of a surprisingly kind of nice ending, actually. I
agree. It's been amazing. So I would say thank you to Neil for running such an incredible game. Always wonderful to have you at the table, let alone at the helm. And it's always a privilege. So thank you also to Johnny and Chris for being amazing as always. That brings us to a natural pause or hiatus of Wasteland Wednesdays. So indeed, watch this space. We haven't yet planned what our next actual play is going to be for the stream, but we've got a few ideas. So we'll let you know in the Discord, and I guess we'll see the schedules post when we're ready for the next one, and maybe we'll even stream it live on Twitch as well. Let's see. Twitter's not a thing anymore, everyone, so does not exist. But yeah, thank you once again to Neil, to Johnny playing 14, to Chris playing Ira. Thank you to me, sadly playing Mono. Thank you to you for watching. Please let us know what you thought. Leave us some comments. Come and talk to us on the Discord. And if you really did enjoy them, please like, subscribe. There's also a Patreon if you'd like to help to support us and see us grow and add more games to the portfolio. Until next time, though, I hope that your dice rolls are way better than mine. And thank you very much for joining. Take care, everyone. Good night.
Bye.